We're not gonna make it! No. Noah!
Shit, come on. I don't think we're gonna make it out of this one.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
Noah. Noah. No! Shit.
Obi, I heard you scream my name. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. It was just a bad dream.
Cool, it's shape. Looks like the structure that we left behind when Obi and I first appeared here. Obi, you're shaking. You need to calm down.
Yeah, I'm just still...
Obi, you're having a power surge. You need to calm down.
I'm trying. It's just...
Obi, look at me. What was the nightmare? What happened?
It was the mission. The explosions. We almost died. You almost died. All because of me.
No, it wasn't because of you. It was Veldrin. He was the one who almost killed us. It wasn't your fault. I'm still here, and so are you. We beat the odds. You saved us. Come here. You might not remember how you did it, but somehow you got us out of there.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. You have nothing to be sorry about. Did you remember something from the dream?
No. Sorry.
It's okay. But if you're calm enough now, you think you can get rid of the Obsidian orb? It's getting a bit claustrophobic.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be okay.
I think this is the first time since we've got to Valezion that you've had a power surge like this. Heck, your marks are still glowing.
Yeah, it'll die down in a couple of minutes. Hey, question. Have you ever had a power surge?
Yeah, but nothing like this. Unlike you, my abilities are more of an internal physical reaction than an external reaction like yours. It's why you were put in solitary confinement when you had your first surge as a kid. And if I remember correctly, Nova was also one of those who had to be placed in solo room.
I hated those days.
I know this might be a bad time to ask, and I understand if you don't want to talk about it now. But a power surge, for you at least, what is it like?
Oh, well, it only ever happens when I'm under a lot of stress, specifically psychologically. It's why it mostly happens when I have nightmares. And when it does happen, it sometimes hurts. Like breathing glass.
Really?
Yeah. But sometimes it feels good. And the power that surges through your body is raw and feels limitless. But that's when you're most dangerous. Especially for the people around you.
Yeah. You can accidentally kill someone without intention.
Or yourself.
What?
Yeah. Because the power is just flowing out of you. If your body's not ready for it, it will destroy you.
Has it ever gotten that bad for you?
Once, yeah. It was when my contractor got assassinated and some airhead refused to free me. Even though my contract with Yasul ended with his death.
Hmm. You never told me the full story.
Oh, well, I don't want to keep you up.
It's okay. I don't have work tomorrow. Unless you want to rest.
No. I won't be able to sleep for the rest of the night.
Alright.
Wait, what are you doing?
Getting comfortable? I mean, it's not every night that I get to hear a story from your past.
Oh, okay. Uh, where do I start? No, okay. So, it's only been 3 days since Yasul's death. This is about 4 cycles since we were sold off. This guy went by the name Lord Dazzo. Came in, started calling all of Yasul's assassins and firing them and replacing them with his own. At first, I didn't put too much mind into it since at the end I was gonna leave. But then I heard my name being called in the comms to go to his office. I was confused, but I assumed it was just to sign off some paperwork.
It was a trap, wasn't it?
Not at first. You see, when I walked in, I saw that he had all of Yasuo's top assassins in the room. I was the last one to be called. Now, I never liked being around all those assassins because, as bratty as this might sound, I was his favorite.
Not surprised.
Yeah. So all of them are lined up on the sides, and I walk in with my bag and I see him sitting in the captain's chair, all posh and stuff. I ask him if there was something I needed to sign off, cause I had a flight and I didn't want to be late. But then the man asks me, "Oh, and where do you think you're going?" And I told him that I was leaving. Yosu was dead and I don't have to be here anymore. But then he's like, "Oh, but I'm in charge now. So you work for me." And I'm like, no. My contract stated that if Yasuo dies, I can go free. Period. No transfers, no next higher ups. I am free. And then Lord Butt is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't let you go. You see, I've read your mission reports, and your kill count is scary, and your track record, and blah, 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 blah." And then at the end, he's like, "You'd make a valuable asset. So for the better of the company, he can't let me go. Because apparently I have too much intel on the ship, and he can't trust me that I wouldn't share it with the rest of the solar system." And I told him, that's your problem, not mine. And if anything, you should have thought twice before taking this company." And then there was this whole argument, and then he threatened to kill me, and me, my cocky ass, is like, you can try. And that's when shit went downhill real fast.
I'm assuming this is when he sent all of his new employees after you.
Yep. And for a moment, I was winning. But then one of them got the upper hand and knocked me out cold. Next thing I remember, I was waking up in a lab, bolted to a table. They stripped me of all my clothes, and my head was shaved, and
They shaved your head?
yeah, it wasn't the best look. But yeah, it was hell. They started connecting all these cables to my head, and when I looked up at the screen, I saw that they were going to be erasing my memories.
Wait, but if you were awake, why couldn't you just use your powers to kill everyone in the room?
Eh, fun fact. Back then, I didn't know how to use my powers without moving my body yet.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a mental thing just yet. So I start to panic, and the guys are just sitting there laughing at me, telling me that it's useless, that there's no way out, and that I might as well just give up. And I tell them to go fuck themselves, and that's when Lord Dalzo walks in. He sits down in his chair and starts telling me of all the terrible things he's gonna do to me, like how he's going to implant a whole bunch of robot parts and replace my brain or something if whatever they're gonna do to me doesn't work. I blank him out as I'm trying my damn hardest to get out of this machine, but I couldn't move an inch. And once he was done ranting, that's when they turned the machine on. And that thing sends my head in a loop. I was looking through all of my memories as a kid, back when I was in the academy, and at first I wasn't too worried until I started forgetting my brothers and sisters' names.
Do you still not remember them?
I remember their faces and some of their names. I know I forgot a lot of the village people, but they were all small things in comparison. It wasn't until the program started to pinpoint certain memories, like when I was recruited in Yasuo's company, that all started getting shuffled and new ones were being replaced. But it wasn't until it started targeting our last days together at the academy that I really got scared. And that is when I started screaming like a crazy person, and they had to sedate me. Now, this would have been trouble if I got knocked out completely, but all they did was paralyze me. And that's when I really started freaking out. I ended up half awake, half asleep, in this torturous state of trying to fight off the program in my head, but in doing so, I subconsciously started to use my abilities outside. At first, it was just little flux of crystal forming on the machine, but then it started to grow and become almost alive. It glowed and pulsed like a living, breathing entity. I was just letting the power surge out of my body without realizing that it was slowly consuming me. Everybody in that room was dead, even Lord Dazo, and I only came to my senses when the Obsidian shards cut the power to the machine and ended the program. I just looked forward as I came to, seeing the walls painted with their blood.
Gods. And how did you finally get out of that machine?
There were a couple of other assassins that didn't like Lord Donzo, and were absolutely ecstatic to find out that he was gone. So when they saw that the coast was clear, they helped me out, but on one condition:
And what was the condition?
that I take full responsibility for all that happened, and claim that I killed everyone in the ship, including themselves,
Wait, why?
so that they can have a fresh start. I mean, sure, it put me higher in the list within the ARN, but that meant more people would be after me.
And you accepted?
Yep. And then, after several weeks of isolation and rewatching the video footage of the incident, I figured out how it worked, kind of. It was just a matter of finding the balance between my body's movement speed and how fast I think.
That way you don't stab your foot.
Yeah.
That has happened to you, hasn't
Yes, but only once.
it? Well, that was an interesting story.
So, will you be telling me one of your stories one day?
Maybe.
Hey, that's not fair. I want to know about your past.
Maybe another night.
Fine.
So, you think you're gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll probably just watch something on my tablet or listen to some music for the rest of the night.
Alright. Well, if you need anything, I'll be in my room.
Okay. Good night, Noah.
Good night,